I am back with more of the Binding of Isaac, and this is going to be a challenge run. I've finally figured out how to get Spider Mod on my computer and working, which actually was pretty easy. I won't put a link in the description because I'm a jerk. Maybe I will. I don't know, I haven't decided on that yet, because I just kind of decided just now that I was going to do this for the second video, or first video rather. I already recorded the Rogue Legacy. But what I have given myself here is Transcendence, 2 Sacred Hearts, a Ouija board, and my Reclection item. Of course, what this will do, Transcendence will give me flight and make me lose my body. Sacred Hearts, of course, decrease the speed of your shots and give them a homing effect and make them large and white. And I do believe they increase damage by some way. We have the Ouija board, which will give my shots piercing so they will not be destroyed by objects or walls. And my Reflection, of course, makes your tears come back to you. So when I fire, it's like this. Nice floaty globes. Don't go out too far. Pretty bad range. But since my Reflection is in effect, you can really make them spin out there. So you can get some range. It just takes a little bit of effort and a little bit of trickery. But what also they will do is they'll kind of, slowly kind of creep towards your enemies. It's not an easy one. That's why I'm not restricting any of my item rooms. I'm still going to allow for full item rooms. Because I do get 2 soul hearts to start off with because of Sacred Heart, which grants those. Now, I could have gone with 3 Sacred Hearts, which would really minimize the movement, making it a lot more difficult. You'd really have to whip them out there to get them to go. But that makes it so that's the only way to get them out there, is by doing the maneuvering. And if you got a small room, you'll be doing that. And if the enemy's too far away, you're not going to be able to. Now, you do have Transcendence, which is kind of in addition to that. Not only for the effect of like jumping and being another one of the little wisps. I like it, but it also does allow you to reach those that may otherwise be unreachable. Rooms take a little bit longer this way, a little bit more difficult. But if we see any upgrades, it should go quite well. It goes really well with range upgrades because it'll just allow the tears to stay around a lot longer. And I will be hoping to get a hold of the lump of coal. That'll probably be the best thing I can get here. And we do, of course, have the I have damage display turned on. Well, I'm just going to keep going with it. It may cause me some slowdown if a lot of numbers get up there. But I like playing with it that way. It's because it's interesting. Alright, we got bombs. No reason not to get that. Probably shouldn't mess with the fire. Have to be so close, because homing tears, of course, do not home in on fire. Do not have enough coins to make the shop worth it, but if this is the secret room, which it is, I could go in there. Maybe there's something on sale. I think I will go in there just in case there's a key. I could use another key just for security purposes, or assurance that I will have enough keys for the next level. Nope. Book of Revelations and a random card. Not buying into that. However, I don't think I will see the Book of Revelations in the shop again after seeing it here, so that's not a bad thing. This is the most fun with this, is just scooting along like this. They really follow you perfectly. Alright, boss time. Who do we got? We got Duke of Flies. That's going to be kind of a pain because the home in on the flies. Oh, it's this one. Okay. Well, a lot of times they'll home in on the flies and maybe not him so much. But her damage is really nice. So it should be okay, it looks like it is so far. I do like the look of the tears being kind of well, they are spectral. Translucent. Like little balls of light. Oh, let's get out of the way. Ah. And I have to remember that I have the D6. Because I really should re-roll those bombs in there. I will admit that I'm not good at this game. I will probably be the second one to admit that. And the first person will be everyone else. And most of my mistakes on this will not be because of the challenge run being difficult in and of itself. Probably just be silly stuff that I do. Alright, I don't know what pills we have, but we're going to re-roll for a health up because I may need it. And moving down. And I'm also the slowest player ever. And I probably shouldn't skip those because sometimes the game hangs up on them, but you never know if that game would have hung up anyway. I'm going to take the easy way out on this. Clotties, these bastards. Of course our tears do home, so we didn't have to really stay over the terrain that much. At least have a map on this round. Just gonna move around quickly enough, hopefully. Come on, hit him. And we got 2 hearts, which will double our health from whatever it happens to be at, unless it is less than 1.5 hearts, in which case we'll just set it to 2. Slowly. Of course, at least they pierce. These really are not that bad. I don't know how much damage affects spectral tears and how quickly they tear down poop, or, you know, just damage in general. But here, oh, we're at the boss already. Well, I knew it when I walked into it. Not really mentally with it. But that's okay, we do have rerolls to think about. And we do have the capability of getting a devil room now. I've not played another run, so it cannot be an angel room until I do not take a deal. Unfortunately, we got that health upgrade last level, last floor. We will have enough health to possibly take one. Or 2 if they're really nice. The belt, I do not want, but I will wait till I come out of the devil room to re-roll it. And it is Krampus, which is excellent. So, ow. If I live through this, which I should, we do a good amount of damage. And as long as we keep moving, but slightly differently than that. I'm sure there's a good way to move and not get hit too much. A little bit slow for this fight. At least for our range. Almost walked into that one. Oh, come on, get him. Ah, walked into that one, damn it. Alright, we're gonna pop the 2 hearts there. So I don't die, because I'm the worst. Oh. Really wish I would have gotten some range. Actually, let's use some bombs. There. I very rarely use bombs in combat. I'm surprised I even thought to do it. There. Now look at these beasts as they get bigger and bigger and bigger. Range up, that's exactly what I wanted. Now they'll stay around even longer. Initially, only about 3 of them would stay on at a time. But now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 5. So things are looking up. And we got a lot of bombs. I could explore everything first, but Sometimes it's fun to check early. Don't recommend it. Just something I do. But of course now you can see how much damage we do. They were doing 9, now they're doing twice as much at that duration of flight. Lump of coal actually increases damage as it is in the air, the longer it is in the air. Oh, I don't have a key. Well, damn. Maybe there's a magic key in here, which I doubt. Why would there be? Speaking of magic keys, unfortunately, as I recall, this will not open locked doors. Yeah. Key that doesn't open locked doors. Amazing, isn't it? It is something to reroll, though. So even if I don't... Well, I do have to use another bomb to get back in there. Even if I don't get a key, I will at least be able to reroll that into something else. But there is also the chance that I may get a key. Oh, I can't... Really? Hold on. Let me go get this heart, then I can go in. Hooray. Oh my god. Should we look for the top secret room? Maybe it's got a key in it. I doubt it. I don't even know if it can. But there's only a few places it could be or should be. And I have enough bombs to find it. There it is, and I wasted a bomb. Due to my impatience and lack of confidence. Okay, we get safety cap, which will increase the rate of pills that drop. So, consolation prize, I guess. I do not get a reroll, though, because I cannot do the challenge room. That is pretty bad. So, moving on. How do I not have any keys? What did I use my key on? I thought I had a couple of them. Alright. That's kind of unfortunate. And again we go. There's the item room. And I'm taking stupid damage. There we go. Wow. Come on, hit him. Right, now we're going to be wasting rerolls. This shouldn't be so bad because they actually come at me. Waha! Dodge. Thank you. Yeah, this is kind of a fun challenge one, I think. Not really finding anything to make it too interesting. There we go. Just pushing him back, bit by bit. I'm sorry, no flies for you. There is no contact damage from touching these guys, but the flies they spit out will do damage. So, I need to be wary of that. I don't have any actual orbitals, at least not in the traditional sense of cubes of meat, pretty flies, or anything along those lines. I really want to get into the item room before I fight the boss. Because now that I'm in the caves, things are a little bit more difficult. And I may need the benefit of whatever item I find. Ow! Ow! Okay, yeah. That's another thing about Spider Mod that happens is sometimes it just goes on its own. Because it hangs up or something like that. I don't know. What exactly causes it? We don't need to blow that up. But yeah, trust me, I was not trying to go into those ones. Come on. Go, go, go. Yeah, this is less than exciting, but, you know, if anyone has a suggestion on what they want to see, I'll accept those suggestions and see if I can do anything. Telepills. Yeah, ticket room found. Have to remember about that rock. If anybody has any suggestions, I'll definitely take a look at them. And if they're not, well, I was about to say if they're not too crazy, I'll do them, but that doesn't really necessarily mean I won't. I don't want to do anything that's just straight power, like, oh, just do 8 Polyphemuses and 10 Sacred Hearts. And then don't take any items. That's not very fun. But again, I'm not good enough at this game where I can do something that's incredibly challenging. Which is unfortunate. And I wasn't even paying attention. I just was talking and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to do this challenge room, I guess. But we got a key. Maybe that's what I wanted out of it. I gotta say, I would really like a... what was I gonna say? I don't know. But I was also thinking after that, a shot speed up would actually be pretty decent in this situation. What is this pill? Puberty. Got more stuff sticking out of my head now. Oh wait, let's go in the item room, or the shop as well. See what we have here. Oh wait, we got the pills. Oh, we can re-roll it maybe. Into something useless. Probably should have gone to the item room first. Because the pills are possibly useful, but I've only had, what, 2 of them now? One was puberty and the other was telepills. Neither of which I'm very incentive, or I don't have very much incentive to get either one. And I'm definitely taking this. X-ray vision is one of my favorite utility pickups. Because not only do you see where every room is, you don't have to bomb for them either. Something that always disappoints me about these Spelunker's hat. Should be safe right here. Just need to wait for him to stop being such a grumpy guy. Alright, fine. And there you go, and then we have another pill, and it's more telepills. We'll save that, just in case something bad happens, or I just feel like using it randomly. Red until the end. Balls of steel, excellent. Alright, red and pink is balls of steel. I'll have to pick up every one of those that I can, even though I'm going to pick up every pill that I can anyway. And we did get the other tinted rock, so let's get this one too. Wouldn't want it to feel left out. More bombs and more telepills. Eh. However, I can use the telepills to get out of here. Or not. I will pick up the halo, which increases all stats. And is a pretty cool thing. Alright, is there even anything else left? No, it doesn't look like it. So let's get to the boss and get out of here. Oh, the shop? Well, I can re-roll after the boss in the shop. And we've got the Fallen. Alright, well. I already fought his alter ego. But I got a little bit of speed. I think the halo gives speed up. So that should be helping me out. Come on! No, him! Yeah! Good job. Go get him. Alright, there we go. Alright, notched X, or we can just reroll this. Technology. I can't really take it because it would mess things up in a way that I don't know. I like technology, but it would totally change my tier effect. So I can't really go with it. Alright, secret room right away. Or top secret room even, maybe. It is the top secret room. I've got balls of steel as a... I think that I'm better off with a safety cap because of balls of steel. I think that the chance of soul hearts is only like 10% with the mom's pearl, so I don't feel like that's a better option. And I don't really want the pork. Not if I have soul hearts. I don't have an incredible amount of health either. This could be dangerous. I don't want to get too close to the TNT with that many tears. I could decide to take a wrong turn and just blow it all up at once. And we get bombs and key. Bob's Rotten Head. We've got no rerolls right now, but I'll probably be rerolling that because D6 is pretty much king. And yeah, the fire went out like the barrel certainly could have. Oh, it's the boss room. Wow, that's a surprise. Not an ideal boss for this setup. However, I am fortunate in that this one will not shoot at me. Hopefully we can take those side ones out and just sit right here in front of him. Like that, give or take. Balancing our position for maximum effect from the tears. Maybe not, I don't know. Can we get a little bit further? Yeah, we can. Oh, I'm actually down on the door now. Getting a little over 13. Let's maximize this a little bit more by getting over here. Some of those are quite large. Nope, too far. Come on! There we go. Actually, we're very close now. It's actually not working out being down there. We actually put ourselves in quite a bad spot with all these flies over here. There are so many of them. So we'll just sit down here quietly. Yeah, we're not getting the most damage out of each shot. Actually, what we could possibly do... I'll just kill him. I feel like this has been taking too long. So many flies, though. Oh yeah, we could always be doing this. Nah. Not really the best. Alright, just kill him. Oh, I see. It's going for his center. Not for his edge. There we go. Now we're doing some good damage. Ah! Why you gotta be like that? Alright, we definitely want the range up. And that angel room is, of course, the item that I already have. Halo. And we cannot go out of the boss fight back to the secret room, unfortunately. Ow! Because even though it was one of those rare situations where it was adjacent to the boss room, you can only go into the boss room for those, never out. Alright, this is nice. The relic. Not going to pass that up, not going to re-roll that. Don't see how we could get anything better than that. Especially since I don't have anything else following me, no familiars, no other drop-based items. There is a theory out there that you get less pickups from the items like this little Chad, bomb bag, sack of pennies, if you have more than one of them, which makes a whole lot of sense, but may not even be true. Go, my minions here. There is a different version of this same thing, but using, I think it's Epicac. That is a much more fast-paced thing. Also, much more dangerous to life and limb. Unicorn horn, not any better. I'm just going to get out of here. I could get more rerolls, but this is already a slow enough run as it is. Ah, spiders! Not so scary. Gonna get all these deadly, deadly tears. Depression, it kills. I just got a lot of control. Don't shoot at me. Don't shoot at me. Thank you. We got a secret room here. Go get him. Go get him, boys. Where'd that one go? Oh, way up there. Alright, good work, relic. Look at a slot machine. Probably shouldn't even mess with it. Alright. Call it a loss. No particular reason why I need to gamble. Pills are not that great. I mean, they are, but wouldn't be worth the cost. And I really don't even need them. And just gotta stay out ahead of these, and that shouldn't be too much problem. They're a little bit slow to actually give chase, and of course, hung up on the side wall is never a good thing. Actually, they are fast enough to chase some of them down. Okay. And more telepills. Oh, we have an XL. Okay, I didn't even realize. Oh, this is gonna be terrible. Okay, not as bad as it could have been. Now the arcade is a little bit different. I want to get the blood bag. I always try to get it. And wow, thank you for paying out quickly. And I won't mess with anything else, because got what I needed. That is going to take a while. Hopefully they won't shoot too many fireballs at me. Fireballs. Poison ball. Oh shoot, I didn't even have to blow that up at that time. Oh, we're out of soul hearts in that. It's only a matter of time before I get more though. And by time I mean rooms. Room time. That's the other nice thing about having the Ouija board, is that the tears won't get destroyed by the side walls. So fighting things near the edge is not really bad. And there it is. I just need to get my items and get out of here. Normally I really hate these hoppers, but they shouldn't be too bad with this setup. But, you know, shouldn't be and are not. are two completely different things. Oh my. Yeah, you guys can die. Please? Thank you. Unfortunately, they're using the buddy system in a wrong way. Sorry guys, that's not how you're supposed to do it. Nice hit there. More. Ah. Sabotage, I tell you. Sabotage. Actually, do take a lot of damage to kill those hoppers. So one thing it's hard to notice when you're not playing with damage displaying. And I will agree that the game should not display damage by default. I'm sure I actually hit that and try to carry it to me. Safety cap, give me a pill here. Runs to the end, I'm just going to waste it. Go back to the telepills. Ah, well, shoot. Why do I forget what I'm saying? You'd think it'd be easier to remember what I was thinking when I say it. Oh well. And we've still got our teleport, so we can use that to get out of here as well. So, free soul hearts. For the low price of getting lost. Of course, we cannot go into that challenge room in our current state. Actually, I shouldn't even mess with the fires that shoot at me, but why not? There we go. Actually hit that. It's pretty bad. That was nice. I had no soul hearts just a little while ago, and now I've got 4.5. Still haven't found top secret room. I have found the secret room. Just a little bit slow going. Damn your fly. Ow. Go, yeah. Nice. I'll take your scent placed poorly. In a place I should not have been able to get because you are a jerk. Let's go up here, skipping that one room. Just a connector. If I need to go through it later, I will. But otherwise, don't really need to. Don't really care to. I'm gonna try and get through this. Oh, there is a cap, a maximum amount of time that a lump of coal will increase the size of a tier 4. It's quite a while though. Unless you have a setup something like this, you're never going to see that normally. And that is just our secret room again. It did not make the noise for, hey, you found. Alright, another pill that I do not know. Come on, kill him. Of course, my tears are getting destroyed by the grimaces and vomit grimaces. That's what they're actually called. I believe. In the middle, so they're not as effective as they could otherwise be. Oh, get out of there! Okay, that was kind of lucky. And that was kind of stupid. And of course I forget sometimes that I have flight. And switching it. That should be interesting, actually. I'll do weird stuff. random tear effects, or random mushroom effects rather, which a lot of are tear effects. Also the compass, and then I wonder if they have, that would be interesting if they had the 1-up as one of those, but I really don't think that that is the case. Anyway, mini mush, what is the other one? Power? I forget what it's called. The big mushroom though. Which will give you health. Equivalent to the strength card. I do not want that. I do want this. Maybe we can be able to destroy that. Yeah. And we got a lot of tears following us around now. It's, I don't know, like 7. Maybe each range up adds about 2. Throwing random numbers out there pretty much with that. Still looking for one more item room and the bosses. They gotta be somewhere. Rumor has it. I believe the number is 1.8 for how many extra rooms there are on the XL floors compared to a regular floor. So not quite twice as many. Still quite a lot. Come on. There we go. Alright, kill yourself. Thank you. And I'll even take your penny. We do have the shop over there. Well, I guess we'll come back to it. That was an accidental transition of room. And thank you for dying again. Go back up there real quick. Check out what goodies are in store. No pun intended. Oh, well that's not a goodie. That's a baddie. Very baddie. Ah! Thank you, Guardian Angel. I'd actually dodged right into that tier from and back away. Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you, friendly tears. Just stacking up the soul hearts now, which I'm liking. Glad this does a lot of damage. And we've got the Book of Belial. Nothing else on the floor to reroll right now. As much as I like it. D20. No, we have an arcade. Oh, I cleared out so many rooms already though. Alright. I gotta do this. I haven't had a good chance to do this. And I got 36 coins, which is a fair amount. Don't know how much use I'll be able to make out of it, but I'm going to make the most I can. Fortunately I have flight, so I can get there a little bit faster, but it's still pretty slow going. I've still been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac, even though I haven't been uploading or recording it. What does this ability do? Speed up. Okay. Glad I took that. Even though I haven't been recording it or any of that stuff. Oh, I already... Okay, well that's not a big deal. Alright, we're just gonna leave all this junk on the floor. As much as I want to pick those up, the D20 can actually change them into items. No! Trying to ruin all my fun. How dare you. I'm probably better off playing the shell game. Because he drops 2 items if you win. But I only have a 50% chance of winning. The blood donation machine would have been ideal for that to still be there. Blood bank, if you will. Hopefully I can get like 20 or 30 items down onto the floor. Ah, did not mean to pick that up. Alright, I'm going to stop shooting these tiers because it's kind of slowing things down, I think. No, not really, but eventually we'll get some slowdown because there's so many objects in the room. And I'll probably take some damage. Have I been to the shop yet? Yeah, I've been to the shop. It was greed. That's right. I've got enough keys, and I might re-roll things into keys anyway. I'm not going to worry too much about that. Hopefully my guardian angel will keep me safe enough from the flies that are being spawned. Maybe we'll put out one tier. Kind of have it guard me as well. Come on, pay me. Pay me all the monies. Or all the items. Now we've got rerolls here. Got 3 rooms if I can. Unfortunately, that's why I was kind of disappointed that the blood bank wasn't there. I'm not really upset about taking damage because I may drop myself down to 1 heart anyway, so I can go to the boss challenge room just to get another reroll if need be. But I should have enough to reroll the D20 one time. I accidentally picked up that bomb. I'm going to accidentally pick up a couple things, but overall, there should be plenty of stuff sitting down there. Ugh. I would argue, I'm going to just take this one. I would argue at this point that winning isn't really the goal of this for me. It's just kind of showing that I made a neat little challenge run. Although the goal of a challenge run technically should be winning. I wouldn't want to play a challenge run that's just so difficult that winning isn't really an option, like the Purity challenge, which is actually in the game. I don't enjoy that one. And here's a chance to put an end to my progress, and there it is. Alright, we're going to leave that though. Roll this once. Any chest we find, we want to open those. Although they do disappear. Okay, we don't want to open them yet. Because you can re-roll the empty chest, but once you open a chest, if it's empty, it will disappear. And you won't see it, so. We're going to try and clear out a few more rooms. Get another re-roll on the D20. And we'll check to see if we have a charge on the D6 when we're back in that area. Ah, this wasn't even a fighting room. Because I don't want to go crazy getting charges on the D20 and find out I don't have a charge on the D6. That would be pretty damn awful. Actually, I might not even have a charge on it because I re-rolled into the D20. Oh, small mini. Don't know why I went that way. I could have just gone straight down and not taken damage. Ah, indeed, it does have no charges. If I can't re-roll, that would be pretty awful. At the very least, I'll be able to re-roll Skatole. Unfortunately, I don't have an infinite re-roll way because I don't have the habit. Unless I could get the habit in a deal with the devil or something like that, which I don't even know if it's a possibility. Or if it's only in the shop. Oh, really close there. A little bit. Oh, yeah, bomb. Too close for comfort, apparently. Don't need that. Alright, just probably maybe shouldn't have taken that just then, but it's alright. go. Alright, now I've got to reroll on the d6. Let's switch out to the d20, get some charges on that. And see if we can make beautiful things happen. Of course, the d20 can roll things into red hearts, so I may just go ahead and take all the damage I can, so that I can do the challenge room if I need to, but I'm not going to do that if I don't need to. Ooh, yeah, because I'm not going to be able to make that work, unfortunately. Because I've already fought Krampus, and don't have any charges on this d20, so not really that much fun. It'll also give me 1. Even if I did do the challenge room, it would only give me 1. Which would give me 2, which is not enough. Most unfortunate. Well, I am going back all the way, unfortunately, to at least get the... ow. Pain. To at the very least get the items that were also in the room. That way I'm not at a disadvantage for all the money I spent. And I am under 15 cents, so there are items I will not be able to afford now because of doing this. But I could always get more, so it's a toss-up, actually. Alright, well, we're just gonna... oh, I should have opened the chest first. But, no matter. If there was an item in the chest... oh, I could have got more stuff on that slot machine? Why? Oh, whatever. Now, the problem with that item is it's supposed to be a shot speed and range up, but it is a lie. It is only a... or, excuse me. Movement speed and range. I'm already pretty fast. So, I'll grab it. Yay! Speed and range up, not a range up. I don't mind the speed that much. I can just go. Oh wait, what is this pill? Speed up. Yeah, now I'm really fast. Probably too fast. But I don't know what's good for me. Oops. Yeah, just leaving the tears. Well, not really. Only the one that triggers when I'm not moving yet. Just kind of leaving them behind, though. Corner. They do not corner as well as I do. Why do I tease them so? And let's get the... we'll run with a d6. I would really like to... see, if that would have happened early on in the level, I could have done so much good stuff. But alas, regret. We've got Loki, which could be a pain in the ass. Yes, because it's got that little spike. Oh, okay, we're close enough. Good spot. I'm just worried about the tears homing in. Well, they hit it. Not they home in on it necessarily. I'm sure they do. Oh, well, he's dead. That wasn't so bad. And a good item out of that. We have the telepel so we can get out of here when we're done, but I really don't need to. Isaac! Yeah! Oh, I actually should not stand right there. Bad idea. Should be moderately interesting, but since they do home in on the foot and other locations while they're not out, they could possibly do a ton of damage to those locations as they sit there and wait, which seems to be the case. Isaac! I'll just sit right here. I know if you sit at the bottom, in a spot like that, the foot won't come out. Don't know about the top.
Isaac!
They're gonna shoot at me.
Isaac!
What else you got? This is actually pretty easy.
Isaac!
I expected it to be, but I wasn't completely sure. And we'll re-roll nothing because we don't have it, as I discussed extensively earlier, to my own great disgust. Of course, we have to run with a Polaroid because we're going to take this all the way to the chest, whether you like it or not. But we're kind of going to focus on just getting to the boss because we're not going to find any items. Unless we're extremely lucky. I only have 2 keys though, that is unfortunate. Means that when we do get to the chest, we'll only be able to open a limited number of chests. So I'd like to see that number change. If I remember correctly, there is a bombs are key, or am I just imagining that? Well, I don't know if it's in the rotation or not, but if it is, I'll be most happy. Yes, I know, you're a contemptuous bastard. But you know what? Oh! Haha, that worked out quite well. Alright. Top secret rooms have become less and less of a priority for me because I keep finding ones like that, which just have a bunch of red hearts, which I don't need. Or they have machines, like slot machines and such, and I can't pay. I don't think I've ever seen one that big. Of course, I am playing on full screen, so that could be a part of it. Oh, look at them all. I am the wisp master. Or something. Don't kill me! Do not kill me! I will not harm you. Okay, maybe a little. Ugh. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, this is just... I don't understand why that is a boss, blast assist. Like, not that one particularly right there is a boss, but in general. Here we go. Friends to the end. And the other one was... Stop it. Speed up. No, I don't even need it. Not even going to take it. It would be the worst thing I could do to myself. Already way too fast. In many different ways. Oh, jeez. Ah, lucky you for a little while. And that randomly teleported us quite nearby, in fact. Thank you, Guardian Angel. Not very many orbitals. Surprised, not so much surprised that we have only one, but that the one we do have is Guardian Angel. So many tears. Just sitting there waiting, edging nearer and nearer to my foe. How awful is this going to be? I don't know. No, I probably shouldn't even go to Isaac or Blue Baby to fight them. Because those are going to be the worst fights. Even though I am doing good damage. Well, that's pretty good. I can really build up those tears while he is... Oh, and they actually hit him somehow there. Can really build up those tears while he's hiding away. And just annihilate him with damage. And he should show up right there again. Yes, indeed. Oh, that was pretty easy. Of course we get this item, which can be re-rolled, but you have to trick it into being re-rolled. I don't know if I have to leave the room or not, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, health up. Take that. It's better than something I don't want. And wouldn't take. Actually going at a breakneck pace compared to normal. I'm almost tempted to go fight Satan instead, because I'm pretty sure I could succeed at that fight. But you know, no guts, no glory, I guess. 2 more pills, and I'm stuck on the wall. Yes, I did find them. And friends till the end, which we'll hold on to it this time, instead of squandering it. Now what's in here? Compass? Yes, please. Make things significantly easier. And of course at this point, normal challenge rooms give you bosses. Because otherwise it wouldn't be a challenge. Now the one thing I do like about this challenge is it is theoretically possible to get it. But of course, because of the difficulty of it, which it's not really difficult, but it would be less enjoyable, I think, without getting other items to go along. Like without the range ups and the lump of coal, it would actually be very difficult, I believe. Perhaps too difficult to succeed. Whoa, 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 back off. Thank you. Alright, no idea how many soul hearts we have. We have a lot of red hearts. Usually I don't get quite that many. Oh, there's an arcade, which I should probably just ignore. But I need keys for the chest. I've pretty much decided that I'm going there. If I change my mind, I will be surprised. So let's get some keys going here. Probably just play this too. Yeah, because if I can get to... Okay, well I can't. I was gonna say if I do get down to half of a red heart, or a full red heart even, I can find a half a red heart, take that, and then take advantage of Polaroid invincibility, but not gonna happen. I'm not gonna... I could still do it, but it's just too much work at this point. I wonder if I even can get hit. I'm curious to try now. Probably can. Come on, I just want some keys. At least 2. Or, you know, 10 would be good too. I did not pick up Skatole, so it's possible that it will appear, and I won't even get a single key, which would be very terrible. There's a key. Nope. Not a key for me. Come on. Let me have it. I just want your keys. I'll go play the other machine, because you're not paying out for anything. Alright, you know what? Forget you. You're fired. Boom. Be too funny. I just need some keys. Actually, I only need 1. I picked up 1 somewhere I did not realize. Of course, I could have re-rolled the blood bank item, but I didn't think about it at the time. I was stuck at a point where I had done a challenge run and beat the game with Samson, and I felt obligated to redeem myself because I had not done that yet and beat it without it being a challenge run. Because I had done the, at least a version of the Big Head Ego, is what it's called, Ego Run, where every time you change the next room you give yourself a odd mushroom large, and your head gets bigger and bigger until you can't even see your body, and eventually you're taking up the whole screen. Well, I had done that, and every time you use it, you also get an empty red heart container. Well, I had actually ended up getting enough red heart containers that I had red hearts off the screen, or at least the containers for them. They may or may not have been full, I don't remember. And then I got Guppy's Paw. I had so many soul hearts. It was virtually impossible to lose. It's not the way I want to beat the game with a character for the first time. But I did finally make up for it and got ahead. It's pure. Oh, geez, really? No keys. All of that and no keys. So I think the only things I haven't done yet. And now I can't even blow you up. You are the biggest jerk. We do have a library. I'll be able to re-roll in there and get 2 other books that I can't really take advantage of, or won't. But yeah, I'm really tired of playing Samson. Because he is tricky to make the most advantage. Wow, that is a hell of a room. And I blew up the slot machine. So, that is what it is. And we'll touch each of these. We'll actually use the Book of Revelations once. Give myself another X number of soul hearts. Telepathy for dummies. There we go. We could use these to get rerolls. But I'm not really looking to do that. If I'd started off with base anything, yeah, maybe. But I already started off with an advantage. And the crazier I make my advantage is really kind of decentivized by the fact that I already started with something going. And I don't have luck up pills in the rotation. That would be the craziest thing to do. Bad trip. It doesn't really matter at this point. Hello, bills. So we can skip the mom fight if we so choose and go straight into Shoal. But not really what I'm looking to do. Because I want to make good of the challenge. No, don't need that. Of course, one thing about the womb / utero is you cannot see the tinted rocks. And there we go. Does that change the color? No, they're still material like that, but it does increase the damage by 2 or something. It slows me down, but I was really fast anyway. Whoa. I don't know what other, if it does range or shot speed or whatever. I think it might do shot speed and damage, and then speed down. Sounds about right. Or at the very least, doesn't sound wrong. Hey, there's a key. There's our boss and another telebill. This shouldn't be too hard. Maybe we can shoot the continuous bombs, but not sure. I don't know how far I've actually taken this challenge before. I just tested it out a little bit. Wow. So many tears. Oh, you can't even see the scuttle anymore. It's a small rock. That's fine. A lot of tears were ready and waiting for you to come back down. Oh no! Wait, spectral tears? No. Oh wait, well, they're not piercing, but they move weird, so I'm getting some hits where it may not seem like I should. And kill the game. Ouch. Oh, I thought they didn't shoot at me. Why should I re-roll that? I may have re-rolled the tool, so I don't have it necessarily. We'll go back to the library one time. Since I do have a D6 charge and I don't want to waste them when I'm in the cathedral. But I don't think I'll get anything. I'm probably just going to get more books or maybe the last book. I didn't pick either of these up because I would have used that one for the key. Okay, Book of Shadows and Monster Manual. I don't know if there are any more because that's 6 straight from this one. I think there's only 8 in the pool. And I saw the Book of Belial earlier. So there may just be one left. Didn't even mean to go in here. Well, you know what? As long as I went in here. Might as well get one more roll. Couldn't hurt, right? Ow. Okay, I guess it could hurt. Of course, neutralized by the soul hurt there, it seems. Book of Anarchy. Probably the last one. I see 2 rooms, but they're probably end rooms. So I'm not even going to mess around with that. And onward to the cathedral. A wonderful place where I'm probably not going to die. Or probably will, I don't know. I don't feel like I will. I feel like I have enough red hearts and soul hearts to carry me through there even if I don't do particularly well. Get telepills. So no reason not to come in here. Maybe it takes me right to the boss? No. Yeah, Gerties. All the Gerties. Don't know if it's possible to have 4 of them in one room. Because I do have the double, of course. Probably is. Not actually that bad. I'm doing plenty of damage. And we are this much closer. Well, let's see what's in the challenge room then, since we don't have to fight it. Secret room. Oh. Not gonna play this. But I did not go into the other secret room. Unfortunately. Oh, come on! Get hit! Whoa. I almost got hit there. Not really what I was trying to do. Shouldn't be that bad. These are only difficult early on for me. Maybe even this type, I don't know. The Black Widow is very difficult. But I have trouble with this one. The game's kind of slowing down because there's so many pictures on the screen acting weird. The sun. Could not ask for anything more. I'm pretty much set now. Because that will deal damage to the entire room and heal my health to full. Or set my health to full, I don't know. Did I get flies out of there? I guess so. But now we have a slightly better idea of which way to go. Hello. What you got for me? Health up, probably? I think I said this on a video that I didn't end up uploading recording, but I misunderstood before what was meant by you need the Polaroid to get to the end of the game. Like, I thought it meant that it was just so powerful that unless you're using the Really? Well, let me get a charge here and I'll re-roll that. That was just so powerful that it was the only way you can succeed. But it's more about the fact that you simply cannot. It's like a key to go from the cathedral to the chest. No, don't need that. I mean, it wouldn't ruin the spirit of the run. I just don't feel like it. Alright, we're just gonna do this. End it. I'm not gonna worry about re-rolling the bag of sack of pennies. Because actually I'm gonna use the re-roll as soon as I get to the next floor, or as close to it as I need to. See, I can probably just build up these tiers. And then when I'm good and ready, just run them in here. Or I could just run in circles around the entire time anyway, but no. Alright, a weird way to do it. It's actually a strategic fight like this, rather than just a little bit of random, or a lot of randomness. And we'll drop a bomb in there too, why not? Build up another volley. Actually, that's the way to do. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Just to come up and then bring them back down. Yeah. Now this is gonna be the tough phase. He's not gonna shoot. Oh, he shoot his homing tiers anymore, but not the other ones. Oh, we're actually out of soul hearts almost. But the problem here, of course, is that the tiers will home in on the guardian angels as well, or angel babies, whatever they are. Actually called escapes me. All right, we got that done. So that's pretty cool. And without getting anything too crazy, we pretty much got the right items to make this work too. Now we cannot get our reroll immediately. I should have looked directions before I went, but did not get burned for that. Alright. Should be able to do it this way. Oh no, he's gonna charge me! Oh, but... No. There we go. Alright. This is gonna be awful. Or wonderful. I mean, at this point, these bosses are actually quite weak for the amount of health that they have. So they do go down pretty easy. And I'm flying, so I don't even need to worry about this stuff. Silly me. Alright, let's see what we got. Piercing shots, useless. Well, not useless, actually. But amazingly powerful. So the opposite of useless. And then we reroll everything else. Piercing shots are not part of the base setup because it would make it too powerful, I think. So rerolling. Oh, that's kind of funny. But we're not going to take them. Should, but we're not going to. But we'll come back and re-roll them. I just think it's funny that it's a flying looking creature anyway. Oh, nice. It's already halfway dead. And game. Yep. That was way easier than it normally is. Okay. Oh, too fast. Too fast. Yeah, I don't like you. I've never liked the bloat. I don't think anyone does, though. And, yeah, too powerful, because my tears... Well, they're not totally just going to sit on him, but... They have the capacity to just sit on the enemy now. To deal damage over and over again. So that's why I was doing so much damage and killing the... Wow. Yeah, so if you want to make this way too easy, just give yourself piercing. Which is actually really nice for this fight. I'm not going to use bombs. And I guess I would argue now at this point that I shouldn't have used bombs earlier when I did either. But that's an argument, not a fact. Yeah, I don't need your skull, but thank you for the offer. Alright, we got one reroll. Let's go back and take advantage of that. Just going to do the one, because I'm not going to try and do anything crazy here, because I didn't earn it. I very much so set myself up for success. Wow, nothing? Well, since I'm not coming back here, I might as well... Well, that's actually completely useless. But I don't feel like I need any of this stuff anyway. The flies around Blue Baby will make it more difficult. I almost walked right into that. Like that one. Because they will attract the tears, but they pierce. So actually that's not even a problem. I just need to remember to heal myself when it comes to that point, because I'll probably take enough damage. Or at least come close to it. Probably use the same basic plan of attack as I did against Isaac. Seems like the best way to handle it. Giving a bomb as a parting gift. Now that I have piercing tears, I don't even have to worry about it. The bomb being carried back to me. And actually I shouldn't even... I should just tank right through this and melt him. I don't know if there's any crazy rule like a tear has to pass through and then leave and then hit him again. That may... Whoa! I almost forgot to use the sun. Didn't even see my health was that low. He's only at about half. I should probably back out of here. Something carried the bomb out of there. Maybe my tears do still affect it. Alright, so that has been the Will of the Wisp challenge, which may not be as challenging as I give it credit for. That would be more difficult than that, but I may have just gotten kind of the right items. Well, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the future. Well, I can't skip this, but I don't have to make you watch it. Goodbye.